All right, a very big welcome to you, my viewers, subscribers, and fellow Nigerians from all over the world. You are welcome to another episode of your favorite political talk show, The Truth with Ben Jokes. Now, the APC continues to wreak havoc on Nigerians. Every single day, Tinubu and APC chiefs wake up. They ponder on new ways to punish the people and possibly eliminate Nigerians. Days ago, Sanwo-Olu came out to ask Nigerian youths to begin joining the military. The soldiers we have presently are going through all manner of challenges, from unpaid salaries and allowances to shortage of weapons to fight, terrorism. But Sanwo-Olu, who has sent his own children abroad, is asking youths to go and begin joining the military. And just as Nigerians were yet responding to that insult by Sanwo-Olu, the House of Representatives dropped another heavy bombshell on suffering Nigerians, and Northerners came out to respond with despair. They cried out, saying government officials were wasting money on frivolities while people can no longer afford 1 square meal in northern Nigeria. Then they concluded by saying there is no government or leadership in this country. And Nigerians began reacting in diverse ways to that outburst by the coalition of northern groups. And just hours ago, Godswill Akpabio lashed out with another video. This particular video shocked APC supporters and left them in tears. Before I show you that video by Akpabio, the outburst from the coalition of northern groups and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you this video. It is a pity what the Tinubu administration has reduced the Southwest to. In fact, this is what he plans for every region in Nigeria. He wants to strip the average Nigerian of every ounce, every modicum of dignity left in him. Look at the crowd that turned up, with each person expecting not more than a loaf of Jagaban bread to quench hunger. A great multitude turned up to collect bread, 1 loaf of bread each. This is unbelievable, but it actually happened. See the video.
Sauban, ọlá sílẹ̀ kú. Adégan wà mí, Adégan wà mí. Oya, ó bá Adégan wà mí.
À ń pèsè fúnra wa ni, à ń pèsè.
No wala.
Wèrè ni Adidas wèrè ó sá lọ. Ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wèrè.
Ó lọ.
You saw that. This is weaponization of poverty at its peak, rendering the people useless to themselves. They should not be able to afford anything. When they complain, you bring rice that each person will end up getting like 2 or 3 noodles. Now you are going to loaf of bread. A loaf of bread that some of these people coming to queue up to collect today could stand in a shop, buy for themselves and gift to others before you came in, Tinubu. Now they have to queue up and begin to collect their Gaban loaf. And this is just the beginning. Let's not forget that this man has spent just 18 months in office. By the time he will be 3 years in, it will be 3 adults to 1 loaf of bread. And people will still want it because their poverty would have tripled by then. So how can anyone in his right senses still collect 200,000 naira, 150,000 naira to change results of elections for these kind of human beings? And then the House of Reps hit Nigerians with this obnoxious development. It reads, breaking news, Reps seek establishment of Bola Tinubu University. The bill, sponsored by the Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kalu and 8 others, is aimed at establishing a university for the promotion of the learning of Nigerian languages. These ones are just jobless. Bola Tinubu University, you want to honor him for destroying the people, right? While the masses die of hunger, House of Rep members are busy having fun and partying and praising Tinubu for unleashing mayhem. And reacting to the proposed Bola Tinubu University, Madisheu wrote this: hope there will be 4 key faculties. 1, fraud perfection faculty. 2, faculty for forgery and identity theft. 3, faculty of peddling on illicit drugs. 4, faculty of greed and destruction. There are already people around who should be given honorary PhD in all the 4 faculties, having graduated from the university in those specialties long before its establishment. Chai! Madisheu really finished these guys in this tweet. And Goze here says, this idiot is working overtime to be in Tinubu's pocket. He's talking about Ben Kalu now. He has done his projection and believes that when the presidency rotates to the south again, he will be around to grab it. Tell him to ask around. Eagles are not stupid. That is it. Now, let us take these updates that are now the talking points in the Nigerian political media space. Coalition of northern groups have come out to say that there is no government, that there is no leadership in Nigeria, that the people there are just thieves. Then Akpabio followed up with this video that left Nigerians shocked and left Tinubu supporters in tears. Let's start with the update from the coalition of northern groups. Look at how the papers reported it. Economy. Most northerners can't afford a square meal per day. Coalition of northern group decries. A coalition of northern groups on Saturday decried that most people in north cannot afford a single square meal per day as a result of the lingering insecurity and socio-economic hardship plaguing the region. The groups disclosed this in a 1-day community engagement held in Katsina under the chairmanship of Professor Sani Abubakar Luga, the 5th Wazirin Katsina. The national coordinator of the coalition, Jamilu Aliu Charanchi, told reporters that insecurity in the northern region is walking with its 2 legs, hence the need to find a lasting solution to the problem. According to Charanchi, the time of lamentation is over, as virtually all Nigerians know that the country is in a serious problem. People can no longer afford 3 square meals. We are not even talking about 3 square meals. People cannot afford a single square meal per day. Charanchi, while talking about corruption in the country, believes that all the problems facing Nigeria, ranging from corruption itself, insecurity, economic hardship, and dilapidation in the infrastructure in the educational sector and health sector, among others, show there is a crisis of leadership. It is very unfortunate we don't have leaders in this country. All we have in this country are politicians, and the problem with politicians, they always care about how to secure the next election, but a true leader cares about how to secure the next generation. It is a waste of time to call on leaders to change, because I doubt much if our leaders have the fear of God. I doubt much if our leaders believe there is something we call hereafter. I doubt much if our leaders have something we call humanity. And I doubt much if our leaders believe that service to humanity is a service to God. We have self-centered leaders that believe in enriching themselves and looting the treasury. So the only solution is to let the community come together to believe that we are the government and not somebody as the government, and let's get it right from our constituency, Charanchi added. You heard that. And this outburst by coalition of northern group has become a talking point, with many Nigerians saying the signs were there during the campaigns, but many of those criticizing Tinubu today actually ignored those signs because of religious sentiments. Now the Muslim ticket that they clamored for, that they rigged elections for, has now become a burden to them. What an outcome. Now let us take that video from the irresponsible Godswill Akpabio, another video of him mocking poor Nigerians while admitting that their administration has failed. See the video.
Things are difficult, and wherever you see free food, please endeavor to avail yourself. Times are difficult, and wherever you see free food, please endeavor to avail yourself.
You heard him. He said times are hard. He admitted that they have created hard times. So wherever you see free food, endeavor to avail yourself, meaning go around and beg for food. And I'm putting this out here not because I'm surprised that Akpabio said this, but just to spread the bad news that the APC is, and to rub it in the face of some of their supporters whom I know watch my videos. This man is saying, listen, you are not a normal human being like me. You should be in the streets begging to feed. So you better don't expect to be treated with dignity. Get out there and start begging now. Times are hard, says Akpabio. Tinubu has created hard times, says Akpabio. And Ramoto Olani here says, see what APC has reduced Nigerians to. Beggars. Pathetic. That is their plan. To totally rid the people of every dignity they have. Turn them into beggars. And that's what they are achieving. And Omoya teacher here says, the high living costs faced by Nigerians do not impact those in position of power. They live in luxury while urging Nigeria to continue suffering under the guise of sacrifice. Waiting for Tinubu's promised economic reform is analogous to waiting for a crab to blink on the riverbank. That is it. Now, next, I'm going to show you a video that confirms something that I've been saying here for about 2 to 3 months now. I have been saying that the food crisis next year will be extremely bad. It will be twice as bad as what we have now because of insecurity and several other factors that this regime has neglected. But many didn't quite understand me. Now watch this light report. This report is just an introduction to what happened during the planting season this year and the potential impact on next year's food availability. Watch this video.
Nigeria may face worsening food crisis in the coming year as the 2024 Wet Season Agricultural Performance Survey (APS) provides insight into the challenges of the cropping season, with emphasis on food production, post-harvest losses, market situation, and insecurity in farming communities, among others. The report shows that crops such as maize, millet, cassava, rice, and yam were severely affected, with some regions experiencing up to 60% crop losses. Presenting the report, Executive Director, National Agricultural Extension and Research Liaison Services, Emmanuel Ekani, called for government's urgent intervention.
So we are advising, we are recommending that the ministry and the federal government will concentrate on mechanization. And we suggested 3 levels. One, that while the simple traditional hoes and now to be used by some farmers, which will increase the use of simple labor-saving devices to the million average farmers. Things that are not as sophisticated as the type you see in Europe, but they are appropriate.
Restating government's commitment to achieving sustainable food production, the Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Sabi Abdullahi, outlined plans to address the situation.
Our pledge and promise to Nigerians is that we will ramp up production back to back, which means as the rainy season is finishing, we are moving into the dry season and we are preparing. And I want to assure Nigerians that preparation is at advanced stage we want to assure Nigerians that we are ready to ensure this opportunity and the God-given, natural assets that God has blessed us with are going to be deployed to produce food for Nigerians.
According to the report, infestation of fall army worm on maize was particularly damaging, and the pest swept through 26 states and wreaked havoc on farmlands. The report's findings and statistical analysis are expected to guide and support real-time evidence-based policy formulation and focused research in agriculture sector.
You heard that. Food crisis tipped to get worse next year. And insecurity is the number one reason, is the chief reason. And instead of, tackling it head on, the APC is using propaganda. If you listen to the service chiefs talk about insecurity, you will think that they have totally handled the issue. You will think that people have returned to their homes and to their farms in northern Nigeria. But we just listen to the coalition of northern groups saying that insecurity is walking with two legs amongst them, saying that people can no longer go to their farms. So hunger has taken over the whole place. And another issue is that agricultural sector is a sector that government is supposed to give full attention, and that was what Peter Obi kept saying during the campaigns. He said Niger State alone can feed the whole of Nigeria. He will tell you, he will mention the actual size of the state and the arable land available for agriculture and how it has been neglected because of poor governance. This is the person that would have been in charge, who would have done the right thing. Now, the Minister of State for Agriculture was there running his mouth that when dry season comes, they'll go full force, do this and that. It's all lies, just for the papers, just for the gram. As soon as he steps out of that place, he will not even be able to remember a thing that he said there. They are all there for the money, all there to enrich themselves. All the warnings of the World Bank Food Program last year, that what is happening this year was going to happen. They warned us last year. And the government came out and said, okay, they are going to put things in place. They will make sure that it doesn't happen. Famine does not occur in the north. Is it not occurring in the north now? When Peter Obi spoke about it, they said he is trying to criticize government. But this same man told you last year, United Nations Food Program told you last year that if you don't do certain things, this is what is going to happen. And you just, lied in the papers. You didn't do anything. And that is the same thing the Minister of State for Agriculture is doing there. He's just lying. Government is not going to do anything. In 2025, food crisis is going to be worse. Imagine having food crisis worse than what we already have now. Double or triple of it. Imagine having it. Already people are dropping dead on the streets. Many cannot feed. 1 square meal, many are struggling to afford it right now in this country. And they are saying it's going to get worse. Of course, you know that the price of petrol is going to increase. That one, no two ways about that. And once petrol price goes up, prices of everything in the market will also go up. And that CBN governor you are looking at, that Yemi Cardoso, nothing will stop him from increasing import duties and interest rates. He is going to do that very soon. And when they increase import duties, they think they are making life difficult for all these importers. No. An importer in a viral tweet was saying 2 days ago that a container he used to clear for 5 million naira, he cleared for 21 million. Something that he used to clear for 5 million naira, he now cleared for 21 million. He said he cleared to 42 million instead of 10 million. And he's not worried. He said the entire burden of task, he is going to transfer it to the prices of the goods. Meaning it is the people that will still bear it. And we are telling Nigerians all this. This is what these people are doing to us. They are out to kill, to steal, and to destroy. So that nobody with a brain should harbor any soft spot for the APC again. And the opportunity is going to present itself where Nigerians will be able to stand firm and put their foot down to reject the APC. And that is why we are making these videos. Because words are powerful and they also travel far. Nigerians should continue to see it. so that when next opportunity presents itself, even though people cannot go now and get them out of office, when next opportunity presents itself, there should not be anybody standing for the APC. Some people will say, even if you vote against them, they are still going to rig. I keep telling you, it is those few people that go and give them actual votes that give them the impetus to rig, the temerity. If everybody should say, no, we don't want you anymore, get out of office, I am telling you, there's nothing they can do. All those returning officers, all those polling unit managers that use biro to change result sheets, if Nigerians should say enough is enough, I am telling you, those guys will become powerless. And that is what Nigerians must do to get out of this quagmire. But until then, make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una. Now I dey here, so don't go away.